You're listening to Pondering Pennies with Dempsy and RAE.
Welcome back to Pondering Pennies. This will be, what's out right now? Episode 15?
Yeah.
So we'll be hitting up episode 16 then. Today, we have the prodigal son, RAE, back. Welcome back. The viewers all thought you were dead.
Yeah, I was actually, but glad to be back.
Oh, so no, like coma status or like what was going on there?
Yeah. Definitely a coma, I'd say.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing you never got that DNR signed. That's a good thing.
What the fuck is that?
A do not resuscitate order.
Oh.
We also have a fan favorite back on again. Only behind one other person. I think only one other person has been back for a second time. So for the second time, we have Sean Llamas on the podcast.
Happy to be here and happy I made it back for RAE's zombie podcast, his first one.
Yes.
You love to see it. You can tell, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, this is the most hyped Llamas has been for anything this week. Actually, he is full of excitement.
I don't think you even need to say that. I feel like they can hear it in my voice.
Yeah, you do kind of sound like a zombie. Poor llamas.
All right, RAE, you've been gone for a while. Any major life updates we should know about?
Major life updates.
Have you gotten married again?
Nope, not got married again. Nope, not at all.
Next time. Next time.
Maybe. I don't even know when the last time was. Maybe, I think the last time was before that Denmark trip, right? It's been a minute. I guess been to a few different places.
I think the last time you were on, we might have talked about your one roommate and his problems.
Oh, yes. No, that was like forever ago, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the last 10 episodes, I think I've been a more frequent guest.
Listen, all right? I've been on trips. I've been busy.
His roommate's been arrested.
You're out gallivanting, and me and Dempsey are just holding it down for you. Not even my podcast, man.
Just trying to keep the podcast afloat while he's out living the life of debauchery in Romania with Andrew Tate.
Oh, God, not that guy again.
Well, I've been to Denmark, went to Alaska for a little bit, went to Washington. So I guess like that's really the only like major life events that have been happening, I guess.
We also got a new roommate since the other one is recently incarcerated.
Yeah, but that other one's been here. Just a little guy. I shouldn't say it.
Not since we've been recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since the last time we recorded.
I feel like
he was here.
I need you to elaborate on what you mean by he's a little guy.
Harmonica is a little. Harmonica. I wouldn't say he's little. He's like 200 pounds. He's not
yeah,
exactly
but he's like
vertically inclined, though.
But he's like 5'5".
Just wanted to make sure he wasn't a gnome.
The gnome lore continues. Millions wear the red hats, ladies and gentlemen. Millions.
No, he's a good roommate.
He's a good roommate. He's a good guy. He's a little. The anime stuff is a little bit much at times, and he
doesn't really like it anymore. Like he had like a bunch of fucking figurines and shit, and he fucking boxed them all up and put them downstairs.
What? Did you guys bully him into giving up anime?
I mean, I did, yeah.
That's fucked up. It was all part of his personality. That, and if he gets on a step stool more than a foot off the ground, he gets vertigo.
You know what's really funny though? He'll take these trips by himself, right? So he went to fucking he drove to Tulsa like last night, yesterday during the day to go to a concert and come back today.
Who do you see?
Like all by himself. I don't know. I don't remember.
You're a great roommate, Ray. I just gotta say, you're very involved with what your roommates are up to.
Well, like at the same time, like, yeah, we're friends and all, but like, I'm not gonna like. He told me, but I just don't remember. Like, I have such a bad memory. It's horrible.
I color me shocked.
He's such a good roommate that he didn't even know one of the prior roommates was a multiple time felon. Really just going out there and putting in the work on the weekends.
Respecting privacy.
Exactly.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, respecting privacy.
How about you, Mr. Sean Llamas? What's new in the life of a therampist? That word gets me every time.
I'm not going to correct you because I like that title. As a therampist, nothing has been going on all that frequently. I've been talking with this conservation group based out of Germany, doing work in Indonesia, but it's been very mellow other than that. So that's what
conservation work goes on in Indonesia.
Are you like joking or is this like serious?
Oh no, that's a fact. It's
wait, for real?
Yeah, for real. No, it's a conservation group based out of Germany that's working in Borneo to reconnect wild areas so that the native fauna like orangutans and elephants, rhinoceros can migrate along their normal paths again. The wild area has been fragmented by palm oil plantations, which I know is a favorite of Dempsey's, but I try and avoid palm oil. So we're working. What I do for them is I've been reviewing their proposals because they're all English as a second language speakers. So I try and make it sound more like a guy who grew up speaking English wrote the proposals.
So you're basically like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like revising whatever they write up.
Yeah. I mean, I have some friends that have asked me to like look over recommendation letters or
I'm one of them.
You are one of them. And how's that worked for you?
It's worked every time so far.
Fantastic. So I'll keep it going.
You know what doesn't have palm oil in it, though? No,
what?
Nobody. You know what doesn't have palm oil in it, though?
What doesn't have palm oil in it, Dempsey?
Pondering Pennies' first major... what's the word I'm looking for?
Sponsor.
Oh my God.
Cue the ad read for Liquid IV. Liquid IV is the category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being, and the hydration multiplier is one product you are missing in your daily routine. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down, after a long night out, and on long flights. From the invigorating burst of passion fruit to the refreshing blend of tropical punch and the zesty delight of strawberry lemonade, Liquid IV's range of flavors brings joy and satisfaction to everyday hydration. Discover how the convenience of its packaging and delectable taste choices elevate your daily well-being and keep you energized throughout the day. One stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficient than water alone. Made with premium ingredients, non-GMO, and free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Pondering Pennies at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Pondering Pennies at liquidiv.com.
My goodness.
And we're back from that ad read. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Not me.
Not me.
Liquid IV. They're great. I use them. Ray uses them. I don't know if Mr. Llamas uses them.
I'll have to look into it. I could probably use one this morning. I was out last night. I don't drink, but I got stuck at the bar because it was a thunderstorm. So I wound up spending an extra 2 hours talking to drunk people about the same conversation. What an enthralling time.
That's such a great time.
Did you talk to them about the orangutans in Indonesia?
You know, you got to know your audience.
That wasn't the right audience.
That was the right audience.
So it sounds like the orangutans, basically like here in the U.S., like the rewilding process, not so much deurbanization, but bringing back like natural flora and fauna that way. They have a proper means to migrate across the country and the continent. So kind of like highways and stuff here, but for palm oil plantations there.
So there's, like I said, the wild area has been severely fragmented by the various palm oil plantations. So the idea is to reconnect these wild areas, even if it's in a small-ish corridor, like geographically speaking, it's like an acre or two. Just so these animals have ways of getting back to their natural habitats.
So literally like a land bridge, you kind of see a lot more so as you move west in the United States. You'll have the highway, and they literally have a land bridge going over top of the highway for animals to use to cross instead of going across the road. But
right. So it's something
an acre
like
or
that.
two wide, cutting through the plantation for them to get across.
Yeah, it's similar to that from my understanding, but they do run into roadblocks between palm oil plantations not wanting to sell their land, and then also people that are growing the palm oil are overstepping where they're actually supposed to be planting these things. So I mean, it's at the end of the day, they are planting trees, which people are like, oh, it's good. But after 2 or 3 generations of the palm oil in the same area, the soil gets severely depleted. Plus, and I've used this analogy before, it's not a very it's not a very biodiverse area, rather. So a lot of people use buzzwords like biomass. And if you take 1,000 pounds of rats and 1,000 pounds of Amazon rainforest, you have the same biomass, but the biodiversity is nothing in one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so one's just a group of dead rats.
Yeah, one's just a big ball of rats. The other one is a thriving ecosystem, but they have the same biomass. So,
sounds like a similar issue going on in the U.S. with monocropping and stripping of a lot of the nutrients and topsoil away that took so long to build from different factors, like when the wild buffalo, bison, whatever, were roaming around, dropping hot patties all over the place, and now monocropping's just stripping everything, and they're not rotating properly, and it's causing all kinds of problems.
Yeah, I mean, there's at the end of the day, you're gonna find issues with everything. It's just people need to, even if everyone just took a few steps to do things what they do just a little bit smarter, I think we'd all be in a much better area.
You know what we have done smarter though?
What?
Hiding the aliens.
Yeah. What a transition. Or have we done a worse job about hiding the aliens? I feel like everyone's talking about the aliens these days.
So I find it interesting. I mean, it's all in this congressional hearing and whatnot, but I still feel like not a lot of people are talking about it.
Let me just say one thing, right? Because I am going to be right, and nobody's going to tell me I'm wrong.
I'll do you one better. You can say 2 things.
I'll do you one better.
Sick.
If you're a podcast, you can talk.
I got 2 things to say. Sick. I think Mr. Fucking what's his name? Hold on. Uno momento, por favor.
Oh, bilingual.
The former Air Force intelligence officer. I'm pretty sure there's somebody else, right? Retired Major David Grush, I think that's how you say his last name, will be dead in the next 2 weeks.
Dead?
I think due to him dropping the bomb, literally, on all this UFO stuff, all these alien stuff, I think they're going to try to kill him so he doesn't keep on talking about it. So that the government kind of just puts it away so people stop worrying about it, even though they should be worried about it.
All these dudes have been talking for like a decade, though. like 2 of the whistleblowers even have books out and stuff. I think this is just the first time they spoke in front of Congress is all. So it's not like they're saying anything new or like are just now coming out for the first time.
Yeah, but now that it's like in Congress and everything, and like it was on major news stuff, I think the government's going to try to hide it.
Well, I mean, did you watch the segments on the news with his hearing? Or
yeah, I watched the videos.
So I mean, I feel like there were a couple where he gave non-answers, and in giving a non-answer, I feel like that was almost more telling than a direct answer.
You mean the ones where he's like, I can't answer this in a public forum, but if you were to get like subpoenaed or something into a proper clearance hearing, you would be able to discuss it with certain people.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
But the one guy as well, I forget his name. He's never like even actually saw anything. Like he was just making recounts of people that he worked with had seen or like what they saw on radar and stuff. Like none of this is like firsthand. He's just trying to get the clout. Him. Yeah, he's a clout chaser. He's a clout chaser for UFOs. And when did UFOs become UAPs or whatever the hell? What the hell does UAP stand for?
I think
UAP?
I think the U is still unidentified, but I don't know what the other ones are.
UAP.
Yeah, they kept saying UAP.
Unidentified personal alien? I don't know.
That would be UPA, but
alien personnel. Oh, unidentified alien personnel.
So UAP stands for unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Google told me ANOMALOUS.
But you know what's
anomalous phenomenon?
You know
aerial.
Also,
I like that. It's more layman's term.
You know what's also crazy though? That the one guy, right, from the Navy, I think he was flying a fighter jet or something like that. And like that main photo that they always show with the little black thing in the middle, and it looks like a UFO.
Would that be the tic tac?
Yeah, the
little tic tac. What's crazy is what he said about it. Like, when he saw it, he was like, "Holy fuck!" Like their technology is way more advanced and not like anything we're even close to, and all that shit. And I was like, "Fuck." These aliens are about to fucking just blow up the U.S. or the Earth. Motherfucker's about to take over. And if you think about it, that was back in 2000. What is that? 2004.
I mean, we're still here.
Who took that photo? I mean,
2004 was 20 years ago almost at this point.
Yeah, isn't that when they took that photo? Right?
I don't know.
I don't have the date. No.
I mean,
2004.
What? Like 1947 is when Roswell, New Mexico allegedly happened.
The fuck was that?
It's when the like Area 51 the whole alien crash site, all that good stuff.
Nah, I don't. I think that's completely false.
You think that's false?
Area 51? I don't think it's what people think it is.
Well, what do you think it is?
I think it's just a testing site for equipment.
Well, wouldn't that be a perfect place to test recovered alien equipment?
Yes, but I had a friend and her grandpa worked at Area 51.
Were you married to this friend?
Llamas. And
he has been known to get around in the marriage scene.
Oh my god! I'm just gonna shut the fuck up the rest of the time. All right, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna be here. All right.
No, please. We're all enthralled with your tale.
Anyways, they said that Area 51 is not what people really like put it out to be, basically. But unless you actually work there, I guess you don't really know because you can't even fucking get like 2 feet within the fucking gate without getting yelled at or getting a gun pointed at you.
Didn't Mr. Beast do a YouTube video where they camped outside Area 51?
Yep.
Did anyone shoo them away?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
They did? And then there was that whole, however long ago, raid or storm or whatever, Area 51.
Oh yeah, all the Naruto runners and basement dwellers came out for that one.
That would be pretty sick. I wish I was part of that.
Did anyone get like arrested or anything from that, or did they just like show up and play music and dance outside the gate?
I think it's more the second. I don't think anyone actually crossed into the area.
Missed opportunities. Should have January 6th, that bad boy.
Oh, good Lord.
I think we should do it. We should storm it just like they stormed the Capitol or the White House. Or the Capitol. The Capitol.
They didn't storm the White House on January 6th, right?
No, I mean the Capitol. How they did the Capitol riots and shit.
Well,
That's what we should do.
I'll leave that to you guys. I don't know if you can imagine this, but I'm not quite the best at storming anything these days.
Listen, we could just throw you over. We could throw you on the top of a car and we could put a brick on the pedal and you could be going in there.
Do you want me to play guitar like it's Mad Max too, or?
That just sounds like a suicide run. Throwing him on top of the car. Why he couldn't be in it, who knows? And then put a brick. You know, if Sean does drive, he could just take his own car. You know,
He's the distraction.
We don't have to murder him.
He's the distraction.
This is definitely the better option.
This is the only option.
Yeah, just tie me to a car, guitar or no guitar, and
spandex mandatory.
Yeah, brick on the pedal, and just have me go full speed into a restricted military zone. This is all the makings of a great Sunday to me.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know, realistically, where would you rather be? Full latex bodysuit on the front of a car, brick on the gas, going through Area 51's gate, or back at the bar you were at last night with a thunderstorm? One, if you live, definitely has stronger story potential for the grandkids.
I see your point, but I did make some friends at the bar. I wound up, because all the tables were pretty full and the bar was pretty crowded, so I wound up getting just kind of, I was basically sitting with this family and this kid for his 24th birthday party, and they're like, "Oh, well, you want to come to the next one, Sean?" I'm like, "I probably won't be back out here, but I appreciate the offer." Nice family.
Have you ever thought that you probably, or I wouldn't say probably, there's always the slightest possibility you make new friends in Area 51 if you make it out of there, and they could be very exciting friends from like Mars.
Yeah.
I've seen Men in Black. I could do with some worm friends. Those guys seem like they know how to party.
No, it's like that. It's like that new movie, Neighborhood Watch.
Oh yeah,
You guys watch that?
That's not new though. That came out in like 2019.
You're talking about the one with...
Oh,
okay. Yeah, no, that's not a new
well,
movie.
Ben Stiller, I think. Yeah, but anyways, like, listen. Maybe
Anyways, the movie was out 4 years ago. It's basically brand new.
Maybe, hear me out. Maybe, just maybe, Llamas is an alien.
There have been, I mean, I've read stuff on that before where maybe the aliens have been so integrated into society that some of us are aliens and we don't even realize.
The Watch came out in 2012. Just, you know, for reference, I validated
2012, 2019, 2023, whatever.
It's an 11-year-old movie. The movie,
right, listen.
The movie is literally half the age of Ray, but it's basically brand new.
In terms of Earth, it's brand new.
I guess everything is perspective based.
Again, back to my point from earlier. I'm just going to shut up.
Wait, I'm sorry. Your point was you're going to shut up? That's a terrible point.
Yes. we're going to start a new podcast series, and it's called Shut Up. And we just turn it on. We say hi at the beginning, and then we just say bye at the end, like 2 hours later.
Just 2 hours of white noise in the background.
Literally.
That could be some AMSR stuff. SRM, AMRS, SARMs. We're all going to do SARMs and get huge.
ASMR.
ASMR.
2 hours of me just raging on Call of Duty.
Ooh, that could be a good one.
Yeah, because I'm sure no one who's played Call of Duty has ever heard someone rage.
Yeah, but people find it funny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To bring us back on track here, though. Apparently, did you guys see the portion of Grush's, whatever his name is, where he said non-human biologicals were found at a crash site?
Non-human biologics. Yeah, I did see that. And like it's very vague terming. I think it's intentionally vague though, because technically, whatever it is hits a coyote and they find a dead coyote there. That's a non-human biologic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So wait, well, but like, what did they find? Like you can't just find a body at a crash site or whatever. Like you can't find a fucking alien at a crash site and be like, how'd this motherfucker get here? He just fall from the sky?
Right.
I mean,
that's like the whole thing with aliens. Yeah, they fall from the sky.
I mean, he did literally say he prefers the term non-human rather than like alien or extraterrestrial. So if he's purposefully saying non-human instead of alien. Because if he were to say we found alien biologics, then like obviously he's not talking about roadkill, right?
Yeah, but if he just says non-human biologics, now that's like the door is wide open. It could be anything.
But he says he uses non-humans in place of alien or extraterrestrials. It's like the pronoun that he chooses to assign them. He prefers it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy? At work, we were talking about this, the same like alien stuff. And somehow we got on the topic of fucking that like aliens are just gonna adapt to our culture and they're gonna like try to live here and whatever. And I was like, I looked at my one friend and I was like, damn, you so desperate for pussy, you'd be the first one to fucking alien on Pornhub.
Oh god.
The Johnny Sins up in that bitch, just tearing up some alien.
It's good to have you back, Ray.
Always the highest of stimulating conversation.
But like, think about it. You know how rich you could be?
Fucking an alien?
You could be the first ever person on Earth to be married to an alien, to have sex with an alien, to get killed by an alien.
We don't know. We don't know if those
we don't
know if those last two are true, because aliens are notorious for all those probing things. Plus, you're gonna tell me if aliens have been here, they haven't just killed somebody just because why not?
Yeah, I mean, but hear me out. We could start a whole. This is 2023, right? We could start a whole new gender pronoun with aliens.
Or you could be like patient zero for super AIDS.
Literally.
Now, super AIDS, good thing or bad thing?
So it ravishes your body within 12 months, just like the whole gambit. It's like you got COVID, HIV, AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis. You got it all. You got it all. But at the same time, it's like taking no fall damage in Warzone. Like you're not unkillable because you're gonna die for sure in 12 months, but you are impervious to taking damage, if that makes sense. It's basically the exact opposite of you, Sean. So you're not invulnerable, but you do seem to be unkillable.
Yeah, it's a lot like Deadpool without the healing factor. It's great, but not really.
It's actually quite painful.
Yeah.
Well, how crazy that would be? Like in the 1900s, right? They didn't have phones, they didn't have cars. So for our parents to grow up with all the new technology coming out.
Which part of the 1900s are you talking about?
Ray, did you just say
Like the late 19th.
that they didn't have cars?
No, like I'm just
Or
like I'm not saying no,
Are you
motherfucker.
talking
Listen
like,
to what
are you-
I'm saying.
are you talking
I'm saying
turn of the
like
century.
what I'm saying is like over time, you know, our generations behind us, right? Our grandparents, our great grandparents, our great great grandparents, like they grew up with no phones, grew up with no cars, like, and then slowly it started evolving to all this new technology. And then
What-
now it's getting to us to where
When-
it's like
when were
we
your
got people from other fucking planets coming here.
When
It's
were your
nuts.
grandparents born?
I don't know.
They're like 80, 90 years old.
Okay,
So-
I'm just
What,
saying
the
like
30s?
Ray, that's gonna blow your mind. We had both cars and telephones by the 30s.
I don't think you're getting my point.
I do get what you're saying. I just think your timeline's a little bit off. I'd like to point out that the first telephone was patented in 1876. So I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Like
Listen, I might be a little retarded.
great-grandparents.
I didn't say I wanted. I didn't say I wasn't retarded. Okay.
And the
But I didn't
first
say-
car was patented in 1866.
All right, motherfuckers. I'm just saying. Over time,
I get it. Your timeline.
technology has been so advanced, and now we got people coming from other planets trying to fucking take our souls.
What a weird biblical twist.
Folks, for those of you following at home, if you come back from the dead, you are going to be a little bit foggy, I think. I'm pretty sure Ray has proved that now.
Well, hey, if you die, do you lose your soul? And if so, is Ray immune to alien abduction, stealing his soul? Where they even want him? Where they like shoot him like a diseased cow just right off the bat? Or where they just let him go? Like, how does that work?
No, when I died, I got 3 options to pick what I wanted to reincarcerate into. And
Reincarcerate?
reincarnate.
You're not getting arrested.
Reincarnate. I had
Have
3
you been
options.
arrested previously?
Good Lord.
Nope, never been arrested. But I had 3 options. It was a monkey, my own body, or a piece of toast. And I picked my own body.
Missed
Depending
opportunity.
on the type of monkey and where the monkey's at, could have been a possible upgrade. Like, think about it. Like some kind of like leader of a pack in the Amazon. Probably pretty solid. Orangutan
That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope.
facing deforestation and palm tree oil plantations in Indonesia. Probably a downgrade. So it depends on where you fall on that spectrum.
Have you seen that video of the monkey like he's like sitting on a branch, like he's fatter than hell eating a bunch of bananas?
No.
You have never seen that meme?
No.
Oh god, that would be me.
Fatter than hell. Fatter than hell is an interesting way to put anything.
I guess it's got to be a
he's like
pretty big
massive.
place, right? Think of how many people, allegedly, according to the Abrahamic beliefs, have died and gone to hell over the centuries. So, like, it's got to be pretty expansive, right? Like, there is a lot of biomass, as one might say, down there. So to be heavier than hell is pretty fat. It's pretty fat.
But is that how you determine something? I mean, look at the Grand Canyon. Is anyone looking at the Grand Canyon and going, that's a fat canyon? Or just,
I've definitely heard people say like wider than the Grand Canyon, or I've definitely heard the Grand Canyon used in relation to like sizes before, for sure.
There, I texted you guys a picture. That would be me if I was a monkey.
I'm diligently standing by to see this meme.
Yeah, it hasn't loaded on my phone either, so I'm beginning to think you texted 2 unrelated people to this, just a picture.
the monkey, I
like,
can
what the fuck?
confirm, is not sitting on a branch. It's sitting on the ground.
Well,
On
no,
some dirt.
but oh my god, I didn't find the actual meme. It was just the first photo that popped up.
It is pretty good. I'd like to point out though that Sean is not in this group chat.
Oh, this was the meme. I found it. All right, hold on.
Here you go, Sean. I'm
I found
forwarding
it.
you the picture.
I found the meme. Now I gotta send it to you guys. I'm sending it in the group
I
chat.
don't even know if
I
you
don't
even have
wait.
Sean's number. I think it's the issue here.
Wait. No, I sent it in the group chat.
Again, He is not in that group chat.
All right, Sean, I sent you the video of the monkey. This is the actual video I was looking at.
I'm sending you
He wasn't sitting on a branch. He was sitting on a rock, by the way.
just all aspects of it. We're wrong.
That's a hefty monkey.
That is a very hefty monkey.
So, plot twist. Do you think, what are aliens? What do they, like, is there another Earth out there somewhere? And does it have similar, like, species and stuff to this Earth? And, like, they're also, like,
Listen,
mammals?
I took some
Or are
space
they
class.
reptile people?
I took some space class in high school, right? So we would always talk about this because, like, I mean, that's basically like we talked about space and how it works and everything, but like, out of all the worlds there are, out of all the planets, there has to be another form of life out there somewhere. Somewhere. Maybe not in like our galaxy, but definitely in another galaxy, I feel like.
Statistically speaking, there's got to be something somewhere. It's just too vast for there to not be.
But I don't think they're like us though at all. I don't think they need to survive off oxygen. I think it's probably like something else, but they're not what humans are, But they act like people. That makes sense.
I understood the first point. The second point, I'm not sure I agree with.
Why is that?
There's so many. I mean, the universe is so vast that they could literally be doing anything, and it could be totally normal to them. They could be a society that's based on you eat your parents when you get born. Like that's not very human-like at all. But maybe that's how this alien species works. Who knows?
Yeah. There is also like several thought processes out there. Like one of them is called the Great Filter, which basically states like from the time a planet is formed and is able to support life to that life developing into like an intelligent species and inhabits the entire earth and creates a civilization and continues to progress to the point of being able to escape that planet's atmosphere and travel to outer space and then beyond its solar system and galaxy and so on and so forth. That like somewhere along the chain, each time statistically it is so improbable that like they die off due to some mass extinction event. They kill themselves because they blow up the planet with nukes for whatever reason. The planet just doesn't, support life in any kind of way, or what have you. Just several things like get in the way of getting to that process.
So one of the more interesting things that I've heard about this is, I mean, if they're a multi-planet species and they have the ability for intergalactic or light speed travel or whatever, why would they want to contact us? To us, we're the equivalent of like an ant farm. Do you have a great desire to hang out with ants?
Some people do. There's always the select few.
That's understandable, but like at the same time, it's like, wouldn't you want to meet another form of like humans in quotes? Like, wouldn't you want to meet another alien?
I mean, it depends.
In your lifetime?
It depends. Like, am I meeting a Chewbacca or am I meeting a Predator from the Predator movies?
I mean, yeah, no, obviously that matters, but like, that's probably why if aliens already haven't survived on Earth, that's probably why they were like flying around, they're trying to get a gauge on us.
Maybe Chewbacca was a bad call. I'm pretty sure he would definitely be able to kill me.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
And we are friends with a guy who resembles an Ewok, so maybe we'll just go with Ewok.
The Wookiee is quite hairy. But yeah, Ewok is the proper term based on his size and stature for sure.
Right. Shout out to the Ewoks.
But like, I feel like if you did a poll on everybody that lives on Earth, I feel like at least half of Earth would want to meet another form of life.
You sure?
Just to like, if they were told that they're friendly, yes, 100%.
Well, now you add the qualifier. If I tell you anyone's friendly, I'd rather meet them than not know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, but I'm not a social person, so I don't want to.
Even if they're friendly, odds are I don't want to expend energy to get to meet them. You know, that's kind of. I only got so much social juice in the batteries throughout the week. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get you.
I agree. But like, especially if they probably definitely don't speak our language. But hear me out. As soon as aliens touch down, we can make a device that we can understand them. We will be rich. We will be rich.
Ray, I'm not sold on your programming skills, so I don't know how this is going to go. But I mean, what are we're talking Duolingo for alien speak now?
Yes. Sounds like to me.
We could just hire the smartest person in the world. We could be like, hey, we got a sponsorship with Liquid IV. We could give you a sponsorship. We'll split the profits. You're going to help us make this.
Pay no attention to any of the better offers from billionaires or government. We want you.
Elon Musk could single-handedly just come in and dominate us, but I like the pizzazz. I like the tenacity, the gumption even. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise.
You know what's crazy though? You know the show Rick and Morty? You guys watch that?
Yep.
I've been known to dabble.
Maybe there's another planet that mimics us, but they have slight tweaks to us. Like, have you ever watched that episode where it's like there's Elon Tusk?
Yes.
There's like all the people are the same, but they got little differences to them. Maybe it's like that, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't call human walruses a little bit of a change, but I see what you're saying.
Did you guys ever hear the movie Tusk? That thing is disturbing.
I thought I had washed that away from my memory, but like I'm so good, we don't have to talk about it at all, actually. So according to a Pew Research poll, about 2/3, 65% of Americans believe an intelligent life exists on other planets. But only 17% of them believe that they may look anything like how aliens are commonly depicted in Hollywood.
I mean, to be fair, I got an update from a news app the other day that 7 in 10 Americans believe in angels. So, where are we really standing here, guys?
I believe in demons, though.
If you believe in one, don't you kind of have to believe in the other?
Not necessarily.
So it's all sunshine and rainbows for you, huh, Ray?
Whoa. I wouldn't say that. That's a little too far. But I forgot where I was going with it. I'm kind of dumb.
I mean, if you look at it, though, like angels and demons, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm sure there's some kind of overlap amongst all three of the Abrahamic faiths in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And Christianity is like a third of the world. Islam's got to be like a quarter. And then was Judaism like a few
it's probably like
percentages.
1%. Fucking, you know why it's 1% though? Fucking Hitler, dude.
So I mean, he killed a lot of people, but I don't think he did that much of a dent.
I mean, I don't say this lightly, but I think might be onto something.
Whoa!
I feel like saying 1% of the world population being Jewish is a drastic.
Oh, for sure. But he did. I mean, I'm saying that Hitler definitely made a huge dent in that population.
Well, I mean, not when I say dent, I mean dent as in like to bring the world's population down that follows Judaism to from 10% to 2%.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I'm going to say 1%. I probably closer to 0.5%, but just for the sake of including it, Christianity's like 30%, Islam's like 25%. We throw in Judaism 1%. So that's like 56%. 56% of the world's population identifies as one of the three Abrahamic faiths and like is consistently religious. So whatever you said, 3/4 believe in angels. I could see that.
A quick Google search would say that there are an estimated 16 million people who identify as Jewish, which is...
Now, is that Jewish the ethnicity or Jewish the religion?
That's a good question. Either way, it says that that's 0.2% of an 8 billion population in the world.
Damn.
How many people live in Israel? I gotta imagine a majority of Israelis are probably religious, right?
Pretty sure you have to be religious to live there, don't you?
That is false.
According to Pew Research, there are approximately 14 million Jewish people around the world, representing 0.2% of the global population.
Dang, so even my low ball of 0.5% was a little bit much. So 56%. We're going to bring it down a number. 56% follow the Abrahamic faiths, like staunchly. So I'm sure there's people that don't identify as those religions, but still probably believe in certain aspects of it. So I could see 3/4 believing in angels.
I mean, it's 7 out of 10, so it's a little bit less than 3/4. But yeah, I guess that makes sense.
If 56 are staunchly religious, I could see another 14% that aren't also believing in angels to get us to 70%.
You could scrounge that up somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, if Alex Jones exists and he's got millions of followers, for sure the angels got a few billion believers, right?
That makes sense.
For sure.
Your checks, the maths. And that's all you can really do in this world is math. At least that's what Oppenheimer taught me.
Whoa.
Did you guys see that movie? I haven't seen it yet.
I
did.
Not.
It's a bit long for my liking.
Yeah, it's like fucking 3 hours, dude. I'm going to pass out within the first 30 minutes.
So are you telling me you can't make it through a standard sitcom there? Right?
A 3-hour movie is long. Me and my roommate went to go see Mission Impossible. That movie was like 2 hours and 47 minutes, and I was in the bathroom like 4 times.
You might want to get your prostate examined 4 times.
Sounds like a you problem, really.
Well, yeah, but when you buy the large fucking soda, that thing's like a gallon.
That's true. Who expected you to have self-control? What were they thinking?
Hey, whoa, I also get the large popcorn and large pop as well when I go to the movie theaters.
I mean, because like what? A small was like $6, a medium was like $6.49, and then a large was like $6.50. And I was like, all right, well, obviously it's just financially better just to go with the fucking large.
All right.
You fell for the marketing ploy. Gets them every time.
It was like 20 cents more for a large. So I was like,
I'm not knocking
let's get the fucking large.
I'm not knocking you. Like I said, I get the large every time. Did you go to a Cinemark?
AMC,
man, you gotta get the Cinemark movie pass, and you gotta go to Cinemark. I'm pretty sure I talked about this with Sean last time. You get a free ticket each month. Now, the cost of membership to the Cinemark pass is the same cost of one ticket. So if a ticket's $9, it costs you $9 a month to subscribe. But you get that back. You get one ticket each month for free. and they don't expire. So like if you didn't go to the movies all year long, you would have 12 tickets to use for any movie you want, anytime, all that stuff. But the big thing is you get 50% off on concessions. So popcorn, drinks, candies, all that stuff, 50% off. And that shit costs more than the tickets do now.
Oh, no, for sure. I got a large drink and a small drink yesterday. And then like she wanted like a little bag of like cookie dough bites. And it was $20. And I was like, you gotta be fucking me. Like raw. Like no lube, no nothing. Just $20 for two drinks.
I hope you said that direct quote to the pimple-faced teenager handing you your popcorn.
What are you fucking no lube, giant dildo style, stud it, metal, everything? Oh my God.
And the kid's like, that'll be $15.99, sir.
Could have been $8 if you had the movie pass.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck off. Fuck off. When you fart, I smell latex. I don't want to hear it.
Well, that's not true. I'm taking you to court over a libel suit.
Oh my God.
You also accumulate points too, though, and you can use the points on movie tickets and concessions as well. So that you get that as well. It's kind of like the Chick-fil-A app, like when you use the Chick-fil-A app, as you spend, you get points, and you can use it to get like free meals and stuff. You can use the app to get popcorn. What am I doing here? It's Cinemark Movie Pass. Hit us up, Pondering Pennies Podcast at gmail.com if you want to talk about sponsorship opportunities. Okay.
That sounds pretty nice. Oh, also we should throw in like
no free promo.
We should also throw in like maybe Chick-fil-A too, because I kind of like Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Chick-fil-A, get in our inbox and we'll hatch it out. If you need us to become a little more religious, Ray is Jewish, so that might be a make or break for us.
Was that a chicken pun? Hatch it out.
The world will never know. No, I'm not that smart. That was all coincidental.
Listen, hear me out. We could get the Chick-fil-A promo, and we could make our own meal.
Make our own what?
Make our own meal, and then you get to buy it for pennies.
Right. In this podcast with you, I've learned that whenever you say "hear me out," the next thing that comes out of your mouth is going to be utterly absurd.
Probably yes.
For a second, hear me out. We put on firefighter suits, and we get in a rocket wrapped in more firefighter suits, and we fly into the sun, because that's the last place we would think to look for aliens. So that's obviously where they're hiding. That's the kind of comment that follows Ray's "hear me out."
Yeah, we can't burn with firefighter suits. We'll be good.
100%. I mean, if they wear it and it protects them, why wouldn't it protect us? Or the rocket filled with thousands of gallons of jet fuel or rocket fuel? What are rockets filled with? It's got to be like jet fuel, right? JP8?
Yeah.
I don't have...
Yeah, we'll be okay.
I don't know.
We'll put Sean, instead of putting him on the front of the car and driving him into Area 51, we'll strap him to the front of the rocket. There could be no complications as he leaves, and if he's lucky enough to come back, re-entering the atmosphere.
Do I get can I get like a fishbowl at least to put over my head? I imagine I don't need much more than that, right?
Maybe just a plastic bag.
Okay, yeah, that sounds safe. Do I still get the guitar or no?
Yes.
You also get a microphone so you can sing some AC/DC while we're on our way out there.
Oh, nobody wants to hear me sing. Do you hear my voice right now? This is my singing voice.
We'll just inject you with some happy voice.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna switch topics. You want to hear a fun fact about the sun?
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
2 of them actually. Helium was first discovered by people studying the sun, thus the name helium. And then the other one, I read this week on like a fun facts thing that if sound could travel through space, the sun, even though it's like millions of miles away, would be so loud that it would like shatter our eardrums.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. What about solar flares? Do we actually have to worry about that?
I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it, but if a solar flare shot out at the right angle and it was an extreme one, it could hit us and cause a whole lot of damage.
The more you know. The more you know. Probably the less you know, the better. There's a lot of terrifying things out there that could, just all by happenstance really, really get us. Like global warming and the Gulf Stream, like slowing down. The scientists, whoever they are and who they work for, and, so they say, I don't know who they are, but they're saying it. The Gulf Stream shut down as early as 2025, like in 18 months. Did you guys see that going around the news?
I did not.
I have not.
So basically the Gulf Stream, right? You got warm water coming up. It gets close to, top of the northern hemisphere. You got the glacier melt, cools it down, sinks back down, runs along the East Coast, South America. It gets warm again, comes up along Africa, Europe, and, repeats the process in a big circle, right? So it keeps Europe a little bit warmer than it should. It keeps the coastline, depending on where you're at, a little warmer, a little cooler in the Americas, all that good stuff. But I guess because of global climate change and the ice cap in the north melting, it's dumping more and more cold water in. And if it messes with the temperature too much, it could just shut the whole thing down and it won't circulate anymore. So you could see like massive droughts and stuff in America and like an ice age in Europe.
So you guys have noticed that it's been an unusually warm summer, like globally. Yeah. Okay. So part of the reason for that is that we're in a La Nina weather cycle, which they flip flop between. That's a warm weather cycle, and then El Nino is a cold weather cycle.
Is that like particular to the seasons or just this year in general?
I believe it's the year in general, but you guys might want to check that on your own. But the mixture of it being La Nina with global climate change and just regular summer heat waves, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be like in a crazy bad tropical storm season, which, we're not out of the woods yet. But one of the reasons that it's often as volatile as it is the difference in temperature between like low pressure systems and high pressure systems, because of the difference in like temperature. Off the coast of Florida, they just measured the water temperature at one point was over 100 degrees in the ocean.
What the fuck?
Is that like surface temperature? Like how deep is that?
Yeah. It shouldn't be that high. Just in general, it's not good for like any of the sea life over in that area. But because it is so hot, the storms aren't moving as quickly because there's not as much of a disparity between like 100 degrees on the land and 100 degrees on the water. It's crazy.
Oh, I agree. The heat waves have sucked. It's been it's gotten up to like 105 where I am.
Are you in Florida?
I am not going to say where I am.
Oh, okay.
He's in the usual state he resides in.
Okay.
North of Texas.
Gotcha.
But it is very fucking hot, and having to work in pants and boots all day, not fun, especially when you're outside.
Well, Texas is just coming off a wild heat wave. I heard correctly, right?
Yeah, I was talking to the wife the other day, the producer, and it hit like 120 there the other day. I was like, oh God, glad I'm not there right now.
Sounds like good ice bath temperature to me.
Yeah, I tried it here. It's the bath is also very small here. The bath was made for somebody more around like somewhere between 4'6" to 5 feet. So not that I'm the tallest person in the world, but definitely not.
You know what I just saw
the
though?
bath.
Like harmonica.
Yeah, harmonica could definitely fit.
Harmonica.
But you know what I just saw though with ice baths, right?
Not good
So
for you.
in the winter, but no, I didn't see that. No, in the winter, I bought one of those like big water things for like what horses drink out of,
Like a
trough.
galvanized trough.
Yeah, I bought one of those for in the winter so it could just freeze and I could jump in,
Mhm.
ice bath.
Mhm.
But I just saw a new thing. You get a like a freezer, but like one of the flat ones, like that looks like a casket,
A chest freezer, yes.
Like
Yeah, a chest freezer. Yep. You get one of those and you just turn it up as high as it can go so the water doesn't like freeze. Like so it's not just a block of ice,
But it's
and
still
you can
really
use
cold.
that. And you can use that as an ice bath and it's only like $400.
Well, I guess it would depend on the chest freezer though, because like the coils in it are what keep it cold, right? That's
Yeah, but
like the Freon. So depending on where the coils are, if there's any on the bottom and you step in there, could you damage the coils? Like I feel like you'd have to be really careful. You know what I mean? Like even if they're on the sides, hitting it in any kind of way.
Man, I just saw a video on it and then they like put some sealant in the bottom so it wouldn't leak. And that's all I saw.
Was this video on the internet? Because we know the internet has never said anything that wasn't true.
Yes, it was actually on Wikipedia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When Abraham
I'm
Lincoln
kidding, it wasn't.
worked with what's his name? Climate change guy.
There's a lot of those.
He ran against George Bush for president.
Oh, Al Gore.
Yeah, when Al Gore and Abraham Lincoln invented the internet together, they definitely both said that everything on the internet is true.
Is it bad that when you said the climate change guy, I thought Greta Thunberg?
Well, that's a teenage girl. It's been a few
Is she
years though.
teenager now, I thought she was I in my mind she's still like 11. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a few years because she started off when Trump was in office. And that was a while ago. So Google says she's 20.
See, in my mind, she's like the kids from Stranger Things, where she just doesn't age. They're still like 10 in my mind.
Yeah, where you figure she came around in like 2018. That was 5 years ago. So she would have been like 15 at the time. I wonder if she ever went back to school. Because wasn't that her like whole thing? Like, I'm not going to go to school until something's done about climate change.
What a good move for like a kid. Like, oh, I
Power.
don't like school until you guys fix the planet. I'm not going to school. And then her
Everyone's
parents
like,
are
"Woo, you're so brave. You're such an activist. Good for you." And she's like, "Should have thought of this sooner."
She's like, man, I didn't know it would be this easy to get out of homework.
What a bunch of idiots. Have you seen like cargo ships and stuff transporting things? They're like, we're going to put big sails on them so we don't have to burn oil anymore. We don't have to, whatever kind of fuel boats use. I'm going to say JPA. Everything uses jet fuel now. JPA in cruise liners. They're like, we're going to use sails now, a new invention. I'm like, well, what is this, Pirates of the Caribbean 2023?
Jack Sparrow's out here bringing our stuff over from China.
Yeah. Everything old is new again. Hairstyles, clothing styles. We're powering boats with sails. We're just going further and further back in time.
Bring back jorts.
Jorts have been a thing. I've seen jorts and cargo shorts a lot in the stores recently, and I like cargo shorts. They're comfortable.
Jorts never went anywhere, man.
Yes, they did. I tried to wear them in high school. I got bullied.
Maybe that's just you. I wore them in high school, and I got compliments on them.
Llamas.
Kind of.
What's our age difference?
6 years.
That's 6 years could change some people's lives,
Yes, I am aware.
How old are you, Sean? 28, 29?
I'm 29.
Fuck.
Are you serious right now? You've got to be shitting.
I'm so happy that you know my age and not.
Ray, you're 22?
You looked that shit up, you motherfucker.
No, I doxed you. That's why I said fuck.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, you're 22 because our sister is 21 and you're a year and a day older than her, right? your birthday is a day before hers, or is her birthday a day before hers in March?
Mine's after hers.
Oh, so you're only 364 days older than her.
Yes.
Crazy.
I hate
What about the druggie? How old is he? Is he 25?
you? You are horrible.
What? Is he 2 years older than you or 3 years?
He is 24 right now.
Right now.
Wait. Now you're getting me all fucked up.
What do you mean?
He's born in 99, so he's 24.
Yeah. When's his birthday? Is he turning 25 this year, or did he have his birthday this year already?
Oh my Jesus Christ! I forgot his birthday. I think it's September 16th.
Oh, so he's turning 25 this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Check.
God, you're fucking everything up right now.
When's the last time you talked to him? I haven't talked to him in forever. He doesn't respond to text messages. He doesn't call. He doesn't do anything. I know Sean. I know Mr. Llamas. I know Huck barking in the background better than I know that guy.
Good old Huck. Did Huck enjoy his pancakes this morning?
He did. He had a big old pancake.
All right.
Sounds like he loved it.
Huck was making a scene. I know Sean wants to go to the gym. I know Ray has to go potty because he's been texting me about it. So I think this has been the latest episode of Pondering Pennies. Does anyone have any closing remarks for us?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Just one.
Yes.
Aliens are real.
It's convincing. You should pick up a job at the History Channel, I think.
I'm sold.
Thank you.
You know,
Mr. Llamas?
I'm officially, unofficially, not a regular on this podcast, but, you know, if the aliens want to sponsor it, I think that'd be a good call. Kind of bring it all together.
What would the compensation be from aliens?
I don't know. Maybe they pay in flim flams or something.
Rick and Morty. You got to
That-
massage the plebe.
That is a Rick and Morty thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if we might get canceled for talking about Rick and Morty. Didn't like one of the people that work on that show come out, like get exposed as a predator or something? I got fired.
Nah, we won't get canceled for that. Everyone loves Rick and Morty.
I think it is Rick, and I think they replaced him already.
Did they?
I can't be sure on that, but I think he's been replaced. So I think we're all good again. Did you guys see? I know we ended this officially, or we're going to, but did you guys see that Futurama is coming out again with a new season?
I did. I don't know how I feel about it because back when it was originally airing, it got brought back twice or two times.
Third time's a charm, man.
Well, I feel like it's been concluded. You know what I mean? Like the final time was the final time. It wasn't just like cut off. It was the actual finale. So I don't know how I feel about it.
So
coming
no spoilers. Back. I did watch the first episode of the new season. I think they did a decent job. It has the real Futurama flavor to it, which I appreciate.
Where can you watch it?
Hulu.
Oh, I'm going to watch it when we're done here.
Perfect. I look forward to your review.
When you said Guess Who's Back, I really thought you were going to bring up Kanye West on the new Elon Musk branded Twitter as X.
It is Kanye big on the new X app?
Well, he got his account reinstated on Twitter on like Friday.
Really?
Well,
yeah,
that's something.
I don't know if he's tweeting or Xing or whatever they call it now, but he's no longer banned from the old Blue Bird or Big Black X is what it is now, I guess.
I wonder what the first wild out of pocket thing he's going to tweet is.
Maybe something about Jonah Hill. Seems to really like that guy for some reason.
Fuck,
After watching 22 Jump Street.
Big fan of Moneyball.
All right. This has been episode 16, Pondering Pennies Ray's back from the dead. Got the download on that. This has been the latest episode of Pondering Pennies. Welcome back to the show. Finally, Ray, Sean, thanks for coming on again. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Is there any way that the people can help the orangutans or help with the palm tree oil that you want to give a quick shout out for?
You can check out the Rhino Forest Fund. That's the conservation group that I've been trying to help out. Yeah, and just, read up on it. You'll figure out stuff. I got faith in you guys.
All right, too easy. Till next time, this has been Pondering Pennies with Dempsy and Ray.